Welcome, everybody. Resolve. Thank you for joining me on a special Mother's Day edition of Body Wellness for Body Wisdom for Your Body Wellness. And I say special edition because today is Mother's Day. And for me, Mother's Day always has represented flowers. I have done a um, Earth Spirit photography recording of flowers for my mother. And for me, today we're going to talk about how bags of essences is a wonderful support for the body. And it's a very special meaning for me today because my mother crossed in 2013 with heavy duty onset Alzheimer's. And she had had Alzheimer's for quite a long time, and the medication that they were giving her was starting not to act in a good and right way for her body. And so she was growing immune to many of the medications. And so I got to see her towards the end of her time. And for me, I use bags of essence, and they're filled with different types of herbs. And I use these mainly for two wonderful reasons. And that is when you fill the bag and you squeeze on it, you are giving your whole body that essence of whatever herb you're using. And so you've heard me talk before about all of the organs and all of the systems being represented in the hands, as well as the meridians and chakras, as many know them. We call them qigong. And they're all represented in the hand. So if we could do some kind of herbal support to help support the body during times of stress throughout the day, we can make this much, much easier on our system to support. The second way that lavender or any herb in the essence bags works so quickly is if once you squeeze the bag, you release the new fresh essence of whatever herb that is, and you smell it, and taking in that breath, that essence, gives you that energy of and the smell of that herb. And it goes right to the brain and right from your nose to where the gland is that helps disperse all the essences to create whatever herb essence you're looking for is there. Within 27 seconds, usually, you can get the system to chill out, so to speak. So we're in the second phase of our harvest today, and we are out front of our beautiful land here. And so we have the horses back there romping, and we have for us we do two major types of harvests. We harvest rosemary and we harvest lavender. And for me, my grandmother of the heart, Juliette de Barclay Levy, grandmother of the herbs, would say for any garden that you are growing, that if you can get three of the most important, which she thought herbs to have in your garden, would be lavender, rosemary, and wormwood. And I'm doing good with the lavender and the rosemary, and the wormwood is just down the street. Um, so we'll just use what we have and be grateful for that and go on from there. So I just want to show you real quick for the second phase of harvest, we have we harvest the lavender 2 to 4 times a year, and we do it in alternating bushes and sections. We have actually a lot of lavender, and we use lavender on many of our different products because it's such an amazing herb, and it works for calming of the nerves. That's the quickest thing is for a nerve tonic for the nervous system. and where you also works with headaches and um, nausea and bugs and keeping moths out and um, uh, mouthwash on every different level. Um, Lavender is just really amazing for you. It also is a antiseptic, so it helps to kill the germs that are around you. And it just is really an amazing smell that really the essence changes so quickly within the body. For us, we actually have four different ways that we use the lavender here, four different products. We use it for our to our camp powder, Saruno, which it helps for bug bites and poison ivy and poison oak and all the poison sumacs. It has seven herbs from our mother that just help to pull out and soothe and cool and smooth out all of the toxins that are on our body. It works very quickly as a poultice. We have it in a couple of our different essence oils, particularly rose, Saint Sarah's Blessings, and we're making a essence oil of lavender with lavender and sunflower oil and a little bit of vinegar, as I am allergic to mostly all synthetic products that are out there, so I make a lot of it for my own self. Also a salt lavender scrub, amazing for the face and just to clean out the pores and help things move along to give you a nice, cool, calming, soothing glow. And then today, what the intent for our lavender harvest today is for these essence bags. So, as I said before, we are in the second phase. And so, the first phase, we're going to just gather the lavender. And what I do, the way I do it, is I take a two long stringfuls of rainbow yarn, and after I take a bunch of the lavender and I just chop it off, chop it off, chop it off, and then I come back and I just wrap it twice or three times with two half hitches to bundle it like this in rows of 8 to 10 to dry. So I'm not bringing it tight, I'm just letting it loose dry. And then when that is dry, and this has been 21 days ago that I harvested this, then I take them apart. And all I really want off of it is the flower and the leaf. So I pick off the flower and I go backwards on the husk with the leaf, and it just comes right off. When I'm making essence bags, and I really wanted to share this story with you because this is one reason why it's such a special day. When I work with lavender, I remember my mom. My mom was at the end of her time with Alzheimer's, and as I said before, she was having trouble with the medication. And so I just brought a nice big bag and I just stuff it in there. So this is just the leaf and the flower. And it's so amazing. These work for about 6 months or so, depending on how much you use it. I regularly have bags of essence, particularly lavender, all over in the car, at my desk, at my nightstand, in my butt pack, so that whenever I have stress or am in a moment where I'm feeling my nervous system just get too excited or overworked, I pull it out of my vest a lot of times or out of my pocket, and I just squeeze that and I smell in and I have change instantly. And with my mom, I got to see how fast that change actually worked. As she was also a master crafts person, and she was into textures of things. So it was very texture for her to touch it and squeeze it, and she knew very instinctively just to smell it. And you could see immediately how her energy would just calm down. and she would be relaxed and she wouldn't feel so nervous or anxious. And that's surely what it does for me as well. So these are our bags of essences that are prayed over and packed and stuffed. And these can be found at our Linda's Magical Apothecary. And that is my tip for today on how amazing bags of essences are. They work for animals, they work for children, they work for people and of all ages. Um, and so I just wanted to share this amazing, quick, and easy little technique and tip with you. And if I have shared any tips or techniques with you over the time, we would love to hear about them and your experience using those techniques. If you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask on some easy techniques on how to get your body back in balance quickly and easily, give me a call. I'd love to hear from you, or write me actually. So in the meantime, loko monogosee from the love and light of my heart. Have a super wonderful Mother's Day, all you mothers out there and all you mother lovers out there. Have a sparkling blessed day. Take care. Until next time.